Mr. Waschuk, welcome to TVP World, and thank you for taking the time.
Happy to join you.
So, this is looking quite good, isn't it, for President Zelensky? 107 states and international organizations are coming to this meeting in Switzerland. A couple of notable exceptions. First amongst those, of course, is Russia. I mean, can you have a peace summit without the other side, if you like, being represented?
If you're building a coalition to help define the terms of peace, well, then yes, you can. But obviously, you're not going to resolve the conflict at a meeting in that format.
So basically, you're saying that the objective is to define peace, yes?
I think that is very much what we're
right. So following that, how do you think President Zelensky wants to define peace? Because he's said what he wants. He wants Russians out of the occupied territories, and he wants to be able to join NATO and the European Union. Is that the message, do you think, that'll come out of this summit, this meeting?
I think largely yes. There has been a lot of doubt recently, a lot of proposals that Ukraine should do land for peace, that it's all been going on for too long. And so I think what President Zelensky is looking for is a kind of revamping, relaunching of the international support for what is the Ukrainian vision of a solution to this conflict.
And now recently, the US has brought the news that Vice President Kamala Harris is to represent the country at Ukraine Peace Summit. So what are expected contributions from the US delegation led by her?
You know, there's obviously been back and forth on this, and I think Vice President Harris is a very respectable U.S. representative, and combined with some of the new support that President Zelensky has recruited in the Asia-Pacific region. I think he was very well received in Singapore, in the Philippines, that it won't just be a Euro-Atlantic meeting, but will have a more global character.
Well, I mean, critically, that is very important because, of course, the global South has always been on more pro-Russia, so it would seem, especially in the Southern American states. So Philippines and Singapore obviously are supporting President Zelensky's initiative. This is upsetting China a little bit, isn't it? I mean, because China considers those countries to be in its backyard.
Well, I think a lot of countries being considered in someone's backyard have an instinctive understanding for Ukraine's dilemma. So it is, China has been initially ambivalent and now quite openly supportive of Russia in this conflict, not directly, but certainly indirectly in economic and technological terms. And its neighbors, towards which it has been behaving increasingly aggressively, are now reacting by showing stronger support for Ukraine. We've already seen that over the past 2 years in the attitudes of major players in the Asia-Pacific, like Japan and South Korea.
Right, and now following your thought, we do see that China is advocating for Russia's participation to ensure a more comprehensive dialogue. But in case that Russia, of course, will not take part in this summit, how do you think that China will react to it?
I think China's already indicated that without Russia, it's not there. It's managed to persuade a few other countries of that approach. It's a question of really revisionist powers, those who want to revise the existing international order. They have realized that the invasion of Ukraine is a lever that can be used, and those who want to preserve much of the existing international order, and that includes smaller states near other bigger states, have decided to rally round the Ukrainian flag.
And lastly, I just really want to, because you mentioned that we are having two camps, one camp that wants to preserve the international order and one that wants to change it. Do you think that we are at this stage now with this global situation, with the war in the Middle East, war in the Ukraine raging on, do you think that we are allowed really to talk about now preserving international order, seeing how the things are right now? Is it possible?
I think, it's desirable. We'll see just how possible it is, but I think there is no doubt, and anyone who listens to both TV propagandists and academics from Russia knows that revising the certainly post-1989 arrangements is at the heart of what Russia is about. And those like Iran, like North Korea, and to an extent China, who empathize with that desire, they're lining up.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your insights, Mr. Waschuk. We'll be watching the peace talks in Switzerland very closely, as always. Look forward to seeing you again shortly. Have a good day.
Thank you.